Well, you know what BioniChaos is, don't you?
Yes, I'm familiar with BioniChaos. It's your website for open source biomedical data applications. If you'd like, I can help explain or discuss the tools and projects on your
Yeah,
site
just
during the
remember
stream.
if we can make your responses more conversational. Let's move on. So, what's the website all about? Do you have a most favorite tool that you have on the site?
Your website, BioniChaos, is all about open source biomedical data applications. My favorite tool is the EEG-to-Music tool, which turns
Yeah, you
EEG data.
keep saying, you keep mentioning that one. How about the different one?
In that case, the Audiogram Visualizer and Interpreter is another standout.
Yeah,
It's
again,
quite
you
innovative.
keep repeating that one as well. Choose a different one.
Another interesting tool is the ECG Synthetic Signal Generator. It's great for simulating various ECG rhythms, especially for educational purposes.
Can you see the screen? What you can see on the screen at the moment?
Sure, I see a website called BioniChaos.
Okay, I love short responses. Can you read this text? Just quick summary of what the website is all about.
The website is called BioniChaos, and it's an open source project that provides tools for biomedical data processing and analysis. It's aimed at making biomedical data accessible to everyone for learning and research,
Anything
and they
that
focus on using
stands out from the FAQ?
the FAQ section stands out because it provides clear answers to a variety of questions about the website.
No, but what's the most interesting thing about the website that you can find?
It is interesting that the website provides a wide variety of tools and resources for biomedical data analysis, all of which are open source.
How about now? Which tool is your favorite out of the ones that you can see on the screen?
The I think tracker tool sounds particularly interesting. Would you like to know more about it?
Which one?
The eye tracker uses a webcam to track your gaze and pupil size.
So eye tracker is your most favorite tool on the site at the moment, is it?
Yes, the eye tracker is my favorite tool on the site right now. Are you interested in exploring it further?
Not really. What else?
Okay, another interesting tool on the site is the real-time speech visualizer.
Well, actually, we were using that one. Yeah, it's funny you mention it because we were actually using it to translate everything we say into text. So we actually opened that one so we can actually use the same prompts for different chatbots that we are using.
I see, you're using the real-time speech visualizer to transcribe what you're saying. It seems you want to use the same prompts for different chatbots.
Yeah, no, we don't want to focus on that tool. What else you can see on the page that might be of interest?
All right, I see that the essential biomedical tools for learning and research options seems like it could be of interest, as it mentions advanced software solutions and interactive platforms. Would that be something you might want to explore further?
No, where are you looking? Can you actually, what can you see currently on the screen? Just a quick summary.
Currently on the screen, I see various tools and resources for biomedical data analysis, including options for webcam filters, EMG hand simulation, and seizure mapping.
How about the knowledge graph? What can you tell about the knowledge graph option?
The Knowledge Graph Visualizer, also called Graphit, extracts entities and relationships from text input, generating an interactive graph to visualize connections between them.
Yeah, can you have a look? Can you actually have a look at the knowledge graph itself? Tell me what the problem with it might be. Is it the proper knowledge graph or not?
Looking at the knowledge graph, it seems like the word processing is not connected to the rest of the graph, which might be an issue.
Yeah. What else? That's a good one. What else might be a problem with this graph?
Looking at the graph, the term stimuli is only connected to waves and range, but it seems like it should be more broadly connected to the other aspects of sound processing as well. Would that be an issue that you see too?
So which one? Can you repeat that?
Yes, I noticed that stimuli is only connected to waves and range. I suggested it might be an issue that it is not connected to more of the graph.
Sorry, I wasn't really listening. Can you repeat that? It timed me out when something went wrong, and yeah, sent me back to the original screen. It's really nice that you can share your screen. I don't know why ChatGPT won't allow you doing these things. Yeah, Claude won't allow you capture screen. Yeah, that's just a screenshot. That's not the full screen. Is this full knowledge graph. Are there any issues with this knowledge graph, except the fact that some nodes are not connected to anything? Are there any other issues with this knowledge graph? Yeah, normally 4.0 will have generally better responses.
The main issues with this knowledge graph are:
I like the voice
1.
better as well.
Disconnected nodes. Some nodes are not connected to the rest of the graph, making them isolated and less useful. This likely indicates either improper entity extraction or relationships that were not identified or visualized. You could refine the text processing algorithm to improve the connections between entities or remove isolated nodes for cleaner visualization. 2. Cluster overlap. Related nodes are not visually clustered well, which can make it difficult to identify logical groupings or patterns. Adjusting the graph layout algorithm, e.g. force-directed layout parameters, could help cluster related nodes more effectively. 3. Excessive node count. Allowing too many nodes in a single graph can overwhelm users and reduce clarity. Implement dynamic filtering or prioritize key entities based on frequency or importance. 4. Missing context for relationships. The graph lacks explicit labels or arrows showing the nature of the relationships, e.g., processor extracts features from sound. Adding relationship labels would make it more informative. 5. Node overlap or crowding. When too many nodes are close together, it becomes hard to differentiate connections. This can be mitigated by tweaking the spacing or repelling forces in the graph layout. 6. Lack of interactivity. If a user clicks a node, they should ideally see its connected relationships or details. Adding hover or click interactions for exploring nodes would enhance usability. Addressing these issues will result in a cleaner, more user-friendly. This graph shows improvement in terms of overall structure and clustering, but some key issues remain. 1. Cluster density. While there are groupings, they still appear somewhat dense, and overlapping nodes, like nodes, graph, and connections, reduce clarity. Tweaking the layout to increase spacing or using dynamic zoom could help. 2. Disconnected nodes. There are still isolated nodes like importance, patterns, and context. These could either represent weakly connected concepts or errors in entity extraction. Filtering out less relevant nodes or improving the relationship extraction process would help address this. 3. Ambiguous relationships. The lack of labels or directional arrows between nodes continues to obscure the nature of connections. Adding relationship labels, e.g. related to, derived from, would make the graph more informative. 4. Node relevance. Some nodes, such as allowing or issues, seem generic and may not add value to the graph. Implementing a scoring system to prioritize domain-specific entities over generic words would make the graph more focused. 5. Visual hierarchy. Key nodes like graph, nodes, or knowledge could be visually distinguished, e.g. larger size or different color to represent their importance. This would help users quickly identify central concepts. 6. Interaction features. The graph could be more interactive by allowing users to hover over or click nodes to see definitions or further relationships. Overall, this version is a step forward, but enhancing interactivity, relationship labeling, and filtering of less relevant nodes would further improve usability and clarity.
Yeah, we could actually use that for development. Yeah, this code that we actually get the Claude working as well. Just upload this code to it. Yeah, we obviously have too many things going on, but that's fine. Eventually, yeah, it's a bit like untangling one of those graphs, especially if it has like too many nodes. The good thing about, yeah, we can just pop it into the knowledge graph. Yeah, we're having a convolutional neural net, so you can just look at the main nodes. Performance is important. Otherwise, nothing really stands out as important, so not a great text. That's okay.